Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can, yeah. How's
Yeah.
everything going?
It's it's always a miracle to me when it actually works.
I know, right?
It's like, oh my God, it's actually happening.
I know it's funny with these apps because you would think they're so simple, but sometimes they can be complicated.
I know. Everybody keeps telling me it's just you just click a couple of buttons and you're there. And then,
It's not always the case.
well, I'm the worst at technology and stuff like that. So and even when I'm around people that are good with it, they always go, "Well, this has never happened." I've got some kind of gene in me that kind of, I don't know, breaks things down. I've got some plate in my head that I don't know about.
Yeah, I find it funny in Boston when I ride the subway and I see these people in their like 70s and 80s using smartphones. I'm like, wow, I wonder who taught them how to use this.
Their grandchildren, probably.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but how's everything going over there?
Yeah, very good. We've had our. I mean, this is typical English. I'm about to go into the weather, and we've had our first sunny day today for I don't know how many weeks. We've just had rain, 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 but it's yeah, it was very nice. So other than that, it's all good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I got an advanced copy of Beggars Soul and I was
Oh
listening to
yeah.
it. Every single song is like impeccable.
Oh, you like it? That's great.
Yeah, and I love that there's such a variety of sounds. It's like a mixture of different types of rock.
Yeah. Well, it was. It's kind of. She's happy with it. It's got a nice kind of blend of different kind of songs. But like you say, there's a lot of mix of feels and different kind of tempos and stuff. It's still quite a high energy album, even though there's a couple of slow ones on there. They've still got a bit of punch behind them. Um, there's a track on there called "Need You So Bad," which is very very brassy, and that's got a nice different. It's the first time we've used brass actually in on these tracks. We didn't use any on the first album, Black Moon, and this song I think just called out for brass, and then we used brass again on the second to last track, which is "Ain't No Way," which is a slightly it's almost a song of two halves, that, because it's kind of very laid back, kind of acousticy feel, um, about the story of some old gunslinger and reflecting on his life and things like that. And then towards the end of the track, he kind of, I just see him walking into some kind of modern day cowboy saloon and having this kind of.
That would be a fun music video.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a great music video. I mean, I just need if anybody out there wants to make it, give us a shout. And then it goes to that kind of sleazy, kind of almost New Orleansy kind of swagger kind of thing to it, which gives another different element and feel to it as well, which is I'm really pleased with.
Oh yeah, the Need You So Bad. That's definitely a standout track. I really love that one.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I wrote that for my wife, actually. Just one of those ones where um, it just seemed to make sense. I always kind of, it's always wanted to have that kind of, that's side of, it'd be nice to write a song for, the one you love and things like that. But I never really found the right song, if you like. And then I came up with this one, and I just thought it just seemed so. It just suited us as a sound, and I must have played it about 100 times. I mean, it's a great track. I love it.
That's really romantic. Yeah, I bet her
Oh,
reaction was like
stop!
she was crying, right? Crying happy tears.
Yeah. Well, it's always a bit kind of heart and mouth when you play it, and you think, well, does she like it?
Yeah.
This is a song I've written for you. You have to like it.
All right.
Yeah, just lie to me if you don't. But luckily enough, she did. It went down well.
That's good.
Mm.
If it passed the wife test, then that's how you know you wrote a good song.
Well, yeah, it should be the only person that you want to like it. But actually, it's got some really good feedback. Obviously, yourself and a few other people that have heard it, and they've all picked that one out as being something a little bit out of the ordinary for the rest of the album. Whether it stands out, I'm hoping it stands out because it's a great track, and not just because it's slightly different. But I think it's good. It's kind of old school. It's kind of got that almost 50s kind of stroke Otis Redding vibe about it. And I really like it. I can't wait for more people to hear it. I mean, obviously it's going to be out soon, so it'd be nice to
June 25th, right?
June 25th, yeah. So I mean, it's obviously out on all the digital platforms that everybody else goes on, but obviously if you go to the band website, you can order a CD and stuff, and other goodies to go with it.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are doing vinyl again, making vinyl copies.
I'm gonna do. Everybody keeps saying, is he gonna be on vinyl? And I think maybe the next project we probably will do vinyl. I mean, there's still a lot of people out there that still want a CD. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. I mean, I think we definitely sell more CDs than we would vinyl. But I mean, some people would like to buy vinyl and they haven't got a record player. It's just something nice to have. I mean, it's a bit of some records is a piece of art, isn't it? So you can kind of read the back and hang it on a wall, but it's not so much. You're not so much with the CD. I mean, we got a car the other day, and it didn't have a CD player in it. I was like, "What?"
Oh, I know. It's crazy. Like newer cars. Yeah, it seems like everything is more like to connect your phone and play music from your phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you haven't got a phone, you can't do anything because everything is connected to it or run from it or looked on it, and I think you can forget to actually phone somebody on your phone, and actually, that is what it is. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it is what it is. It's a tool for everything now.
Yeah, I remember when cars had the option of you could put like 3 different CDs in at one time, so you could shuffle between the 3. And now there's not even an option for one. That's crazy.
I know. Well, the thing is, you can get these little things you can put in your boot, and you can get like 6 CDs in there, and which was great. But if you're on a long journey and you've got one that skips, it's a bit of a pain in the arse because you have to stop and get out and open the boot and change it. But yeah, as I say,
times are changing.
They are, and you kind of got it. I'm just way behind on various things, but it's just the way I am. It is what it is.
Well, I know in the UK, live music seems to have kind of returned in some ways, more so than where I am in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few festivals mentioned, and some of them have gone ahead, and there's people now obviously booking gigs and things like that, which is great. There are people still obviously a little bit wary of being in a room with a load of strangers you don't know, with everything going on, but I think they'll come round. I mean, we've just been concentrating on the album and the promotion of it and things like that, and it was very difficult to get onto festivals as well, because obviously the people that were on it last year that couldn't play have been bumped over to this year, and you know, so you just kind of have to wait till it all evens out and settle itself down, and then get back on the road. But yeah, I think I think it's slowly coming out of the woodwork, and people are pleased for it. And God, you know, I mean, it's been pretty rough everywhere, isn't it, for everyone?
I know, it seems like a lifetime ago that I've gone to a concert.
I know, I know. They probably would let me in now anyway. But it's good that it's all coming around.
Yeah, and it just seems like a very exciting time, at least in the UK, with all these amazing new rock bands, you know, part of the new wave of classic rock movement. So
Yeah,
I think it's going to be an exciting time once, you know, things return back to normal.
yeah, I think so. And I also think though, because people have had to adapt with not gigging, and you've had to find a different market, a different way of doing things. And I think, you know, like that's good too, because obviously you want to get out and play, and you want people to come out and see you, but sometimes that's not always feasible. So it's nice to have the option. It's not so unusual now for people to do a gig on Facebook and you know, or you know, whatever, to still play to an audience without having to you know, be in a room of however many people with sweaty floors and, you know,
Yeah.
sticky floors and things like
At
that.
least they don't have to
So
lug their gear around.
yeah, you know, you just kind of go to a local studio or rehearsal room, get your phone out, obviously, record it all, and then everybody can watch the gig. Obviously, it's not going to replace the live.
Yeah, the atmosphere and the
You
ambiance from that.
yeah, yeah. You know, you want your ears kind of throbbing on your way home when you've been to a gig,
Mhm.
and yeah, so you'll never replace that. But sorry, there's still an option to perform.
Yeah, definitely a way to stay connected in some
Mm.
manner. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you came to discover rock music and what kind of made you kind of fall in love with that genre.
Um, well, it's just like the same as a lot of people. For me, it was you know, my dad's record collection, because that's what all you've got to go on when you're a, you know, a youngster, because you've got the radio, but to actually go back to vinyl, where you can put something on a record player and pick up the needle, and it's all kind of so exciting to be doing this that it was a bit of an event when you're younger, and to find all these new people that you haven't ever heard of, and it's the kind of music that you can really, you know, get off on, and it really kind of, you know, gets you in here whenever you hear it. For me, it was kind of, I was so lucky to have that. I mean, he could have been into opera or something, and I'd have nothing to play. But he wasn't. So, you know, lucky for me, he was a lot of blues and a lot of the kind of, you know, Little Richard and Everly Brothers and things like that, and obviously Beatles and Stones, and there was some T-Rex in there as well,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know, it's good. We always had the radio on, or there was always music playing. And I remember coming home, we'd been out somewhere, and we were coming home in the car, and then Get It On by T-Rex came on the radio, and I was like, "God, what's that?" And so my dad said, "Oh, that's T-Rex," and then proceeded then to buy 4 or 5 of his albums, and I kind of got into that. So I love a little bit of glam rock as well. It's it all kind of ties in. It's all kind of under the same umbrella for me. There's all, everybody's taking something from somebody, and T-Rex probably got something from Eddie Cochran, and Eddie Cochran got something from some blues player, and or skiffle or whatever it was for the Beatles, and so yeah, that's where my love of it came from. I was just kind of fortunate to be surrounded by really good albums that
No,
I
that's
could
good.
look
Yeah.
into and educate myself.
Yeah, it's good when your parents have good taste in music.
Yeah, I think it's it struck a chord with me. I mean, not everybody likes their parents' music, and that's why everybody has an opinion. But for me, it struck a chord, and it's something I continue to listen to now and play in my house, and you know, if that's the great thing with technology, you can just shout out the name in your kitchen, whatever, and the next thing it's being played. It's
Oh yeah, with Alexa or something.
yeah,
Siri.
exactly, and it's a great way of finding new new artists as well, because J.D. McPherson is somebody that I've just found, and he's brilliant. He's kind of a modern day kind of bluesy rock and roll
Oh, nice.
kind of guy, but it's got a little it's nice because he dips into the traditional, and he's also kind of quite contemporary with it as well, which I really like. And Nathaniel Radcliffe and the Night Sweats and guys like that, and another band I've just found out called the Cold Stairs. They're pretty good as well.
Oh, are they all British bands?
No, the Cold Stairs are from Illinois, I think.
Oh,
Or,
okay. They're American. Oh,
so
I'll have to
yeah,
check them out.
yeah, check them out. And obviously Nathaniel Radcliffe, he's American as well. Well, they're
He
all
sounds
American.
familiar. I feel like I've heard of him before.
Yeah, you should check them out. Really, really good. Really good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of good music out there. It's just kind of like you have to dig for it because it's not in the mainstream.
Yeah, and sometimes just because it's not doesn't mean that it's not any good. You just need
Exactly. Yeah.
somebody to point you in the right direction and say suggestions, and then you kind of open your avenue to a whole different world of artists and bands.
Exactly. Yeah, because I listened to the American Top 40 here, and I'm like, how is this even on the radio? There's like no
Yeah.
heart and soul in it. I don't know.
Well, I think we've all listened to the radio sometimes and thought, how the hell has that got on there now?
Yeah.
But it's a big world out there, and there's obviously enough people to like it to give it a spin.
I guess
So,
so.
that's the thing.
I want to ask you, what's your favorite concert memory that you went to as a fan?
As a fan, I don't know. I've been to quite a few festivals, and that's always that's great because obviously you see an array of people and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't remember a lot of it, but I do remember thinking that was a great gig, and I saw Stevie Wonder and the Hives. That was quite a while back.
Oh,
But,
wow.
yeah, but they were such a great. It doesn't matter how long ago it was, but things stick in your head. They were just kind of really, great band to see. I'd really like to see the Rival Sons. I think
Oh, yeah, they're really good. I haven't seen
yeah,
them yet, but I love their music.
yeah. I mean, the fantastic band, really, really good. I mean, and the singer, I mean, if I could pick a voice, I'd have his. I mean, he's got such a great tone to it, and a nice little bit of rasp and a bit
Yeah,
of
it's
edge.
very commanding when he sings, you know. It really grabs your
Yeah.
attention.
Absolutely, and even when he does like the slower stuff, you know, it's still all there. You know, it's. I think he's great. Yeah, very, very cool.
Nice. Well, if you like them, have you heard of Dirty Honey? They're from California.
No,
They kind of have like
Dirty Honey.
yeah, they kind of have they're kind of like a mixture of Led Zeppelin and maybe Guns N' Roses.
Okay, I'm gonna check those out.
Yeah, they have some like bluesy southern rock songs, but then they also have some more kind of heavier classic rock sounding music.
Yeah,
But he has
yeah.
a great voice too.
Okay, Dirty Honey. I shall log it in.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good.
Awesome.
Well, aside from your recent singles that you put out, is there anything else people should be on the lookout for before the official release date?
Well, the singles are done. So we started off with Beggars Soul, which was the first single for the album, and then we went to Baby Blue, which is a little bit more. Beggars Soul was a little bit more kind of I don't know, as people have said, a bit Hendrixy, a bit Zeppelin-y. I don't know. It's what other people have said. And then Baby Blue is kind of a little bit more kind of rock and rolly.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun song.
Yeah, I mean it's a real foot tapper for sure. It's kind of
like you can sing along with it, like the hoochie coo woohoo part.
Yeah, I'm very conscious of writing deep lyrics, and hoochie coo and hoo 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 are up there with the best of them.
Yes.
And,
I really felt it when you sung that.
Yeah, maybe that was my Mark Bolan influence, because he just says anything that rhymes.
Oh yeah, he's a friend. A friend of mine is really into Mark Bolan, and he just keeps showing me all these video clips of Mark Bolan. And
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was amazing, and I mean, his writing is kind of a little bit out there, you know. Have you ever seen a, was it, have you ever seen a woman walking around New York City with a frog in her hair?
oh, I haven't.
No, I don't think anybody has, but he wrote a song with a very long ending with that in it.
Oh.
But yeah, and then it was Let Your Hair Down. So the video for Let Your Hair Down, it's very difficult to do videos when you're in lockdown because you can't have anybody in the room and it's only a certain amount of people. So we decided to open it up to, you know, the fans, if you like, and just see if they wanted to be a part of it. So we sent them all a snippet of the track, and they all did a little kind of home video of, you know, singing along and dancing along, and then we kind of put it all together to make the video. So it was nice to have, you know, I mean, you know, we didn't invent the wheel by doing that video. It's been done before, but for us, it was the first time, and it seemed like a good thing to do for the time. And it worked. It was really good. It kind of, you know, let your hair down, and we were all coming out of lockdown a little bit, and it just seemed really appropriate. And to have
So
everybody,
your fans could let their hair down and interact with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It was it was good. It made kind of made sense. And so yeah, so we've had 3 singles from the album, and then as I say, the album's now out June 25th, and we may release you know, a couple more after the album, just to kind of keep the wheels turning. I mean, I'd like to. I think "Need You So Bad" would be a good single to do, as everybody seems to be giving it the thumbs up. be ashamed to kind of maybe not release that. And then maybe something slightly different. You know, there's a track on there called Highway, which is kind of like a bit more of an acoustic, deep south kind of feel, just to give it another little flavor. So yeah, we'll we'll see how it goes. But we're getting a lot of interest for the album, and people seem to be quite keen for it to come out. And as are we, because it was supposed to come out like, well, a year and a half ago.
Oh wow. So it kind of probably feels like it's way overdue for you guys.
Yeah, obviously we couldn't release it because everybody just shut their doors and, you know, buttoned down the hatches, and there was nothing to be had. So we just kind of put the brakes on it and just waited. But you know, we probably could have waited a bit longer. But if you wait, then nothing comes out. And you know, as it is, I think it's worked really well, and really excited for it to come out, because I'm very proud of it. I'm very pleased with it. Wrote most of the tracks with Haran Koch, who's the guitarist and producer, co-producer for the album. And I've known Haran for many years. We've done lots of projects together, and we write well together. He knows kind of where I'd like to take something, or he gets an idea of where I want to take it, and he knows how to get it there. So that's kind of how we work. He's a great writer in his own right, and so it's very easy working with him, which is kind of what you want.
Yeah, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah, and then we got Wayne Ritchie's on drums, and again, I've known him forever. We used to share a flat together quite a long time ago. That was fun. And then Mike Hartnett, who's joined about, I don't know, a year and a half, well, probably 2 years ago, and bass player. He's a phenomenal bass player, and also he's a good writer as well. So, you know, quite fortunate to be surrounded by amazing musicians with huge amounts of talent. And you know, I think if you surround yourself with those kinds of people, you know, it makes me look better as well.
Yeah, it definitely pays off.
Yeah,
you can definitely hear it on the album.
Yeah. So I'm very fortunate to have, you know, be in a band with the guys I'm in the band with, and we all get on well, and it's, you know, we all know which way we're headed and where we want to take it, and yeah, we're pleased with how it's come out. And as I say, I wrote it with Haran. It didn't take too long as albums. I mean, albums could take months and months and months, but this took, you know, all in all, I used to go to his house of an evening about 8 o'clock after he put the kids to bed, and then I'd leave at 11, and then we'd have a song done within those kind of 3 hours. And then, so, you know, 10 visits, 10 tracks, and that was that. It was there it was. I mean, you know, we wouldn't have put anything on there that we weren't 100% behind, but it just so happened that, I don't know, we must have been on a bit of a roll, but we like everything that we kind of that we did, and it all sits well with each other, and it all works well, and there's a nice kind of, you know, up and down to the album. It gives it a bit of variety, and yeah, and it sounds, I'm really pleased with it. I can't wait for it to come out.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because I know, you know, when I used to buy CDs, there's always a few tracks where you're like, okay, these songs are clearly just filler. But with your album, there's no filler. Every single song could be like a single.
Well, thanks. I mean, that's what I mean. It's nice to hear that, because I say it's been on the shelf for a year and a half, waiting for people to give us an opinion on it. And you know, when you've had something that long, sometimes you can kind of doubt whether it's as good as it was when you first had it, because when you've just done it, it's brand new and it's all exciting. And but for me, it stayed like that. And I think I think that the tracks on there, each one of them deserve to be on there. And regardless of how quick it happened, I think is irrelevant. So some people think, if he hasn't taken you 6 months, and there hasn't been a tragedy, then you can't write a good album. But I just think that's rubbish. And it's whatever comes out. And if it sounds good, then great. Then don't worry about it. Don't analyze it. Just put it down and get on with it. And that's kind of what we did. And we're all very, very pleased and proud of ourselves.
Okay, you should pat yourself on the back. Job well done.
Yes, well done, me. Excellent.
Well, I really appreciate your time chatting, and I can't wait to hear the rest. Well, I can't wait for the world to hear Beggars Soul.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me waffle on.
Oh, it was fun. And I hope, you guys get the opportunity to come across the pond, as they say.
Well, yeah, that would be great. Whereabouts are you at the moment?
Boston, Massachusetts. So
Boston.
One of the very first colonies.
Fantastic. Well, you got a good music scene over there.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Unfortunately, a lot of the smaller venues have shut down during the pandemic, but
yeah,
we still have quite a few remaining, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, and as things, start picking up, these smaller venues will start opening again, but with someone else.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Someone else will buy them, and
yeah, I mean, they haven't disappeared. They've just gone quiet. So you just need something to open the door again, and you'd be
exactly
be away.
Yeah,
brilliant.
But I'm remaining optimistic.
Yeah, you've got to. Otherwise, what is there? Doom.
That's no way to live.
No way. No, we've had all that. Let's kind of get out now and put the sunglasses on and go out in the sunshine. That's
right.
kind of where we want to be.
Well, thanks again. It's been a blast chatting.
Pleasure. Thank you, Jen, and thanks for taking the time out. And I'm glad you like the album.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Take care.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.